Good looking broth there.
I know. Here's a little bit of my broth from my lamb. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the noodle. And that'll keep the noodles nice and loose and tender while we wait. I'm going to use scissors before I have it spewed all over the kitchen.
Yeah, I just bite it and open it. Gnaw on it a couple times. Come right over.
That on low. Get that going. So that should be good. And now I'm gonna grab my spaghetti sauce and get the lambghetti going.
And soon we'll be making our own spaghetti sauce because we'll have a garden full of tomatoes.
That's right. Okay, Benjamin, you ready? What's number is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's doing his hand like this.
And then again, he does 5.
Good. Looks so moist.
Lamb is such a tender, delicious meat. It really is. So juicy and flavorful.
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of I.A.G trailers and bonus footage. This is definitely bonus footage because it's a rare occasion that we bring y'all into our dinner time, especially at the beginning of a video. Usually we start y'all at the beginning of our day, but we are getting prepared to cook our dinner, and I'm excited because Tim smoked some ribs the other weekend, and he uncovered some lamb, and I thought that I was out of lamb. I had forgotten that I had to put lamb in both freezers because we had an overflow of different meats. And so now that he smoked all those ribs, there were several packages of lamb underneath them, and I am lambing it up. We are having lamb for dinner tonight, and we're having what we call lambghetti. So it is the same recipe as spaghetti, but we are substituting lamb in the place of ground beef. And we do this sometimes even with ground turkey, but this is a really great recipe, and I don't have the lamb completely unthawed. I just took it out maybe around midday lunchtime. So I'm doing my thing where I kind of cook it on low and let it defrost, then break it up, and it completely cooks through that way. So I have the lamb, and this is super important when you're cooking leaner meats like lamb or ground turkey, things like that. You want to get them seasoned right away so that they're cooking with the seasoning. And so even though these aren't completely defrosted, I put my seasoning on already so that the seasoning will cook with the meat, and that way something like lamb or turkey that's a leaner meat gets seasoned throughout. Something like, you know, maybe like ground beef, pork, it has enough fat and seasoning where you don't have to, fret as much in making sure that it's not bland, but it's properly seasoned. So I like to get my seasoning on my meat right away so that it cooks throughout and the seasoning is throughout all of the meat. So I've got that going. Here I've got a big pot of water for our pasta. So we'll do some whole wheat spaghetti noodles. And we're gonna have this sauce just cooked in some regular spaghetti sauce, jarred spaghetti sauce that we bought. And then we'll also do some broccoli. So I have just a pack of frozen broccoli, and I'm gonna toss that on the stove top and just kind of cook it till it's tender, and that is going to be our meal for tonight. All right, y'all, so just stick around for this bonus footage, and we will see if we can get dinner cooked and end this night with a delicious meal, fellowshipping together as a family.
What's up, man? There you come. You got something to say?
The world seems soft, a place to ran through the days in the sun's warm sway. But somewhere along the road I felt the shift. The days turned happy like an unseen rift. The girl girl that I was began to fade. And in her place, a new self was made. I'm in between, I'm not quite old. A girl, a woman, both in my soul. Learning to balance, learning to be. In the struggle, I find the real me. I feel the pull of who I should be. Caught between the past, what I can see. The weight of the change rests on my chest. Questions that made no sense. I was a girl with dreams so wide, eyes full of wonder, heart open, untied. The world seemed soft, a place to play. I ran through the days in the sun's warm way. Somewhere along the road, I felt the shift. The days turned heavy like an unseen rift. The girl that I was began to fade.
All right, y'all, the noodles are ready and the meat is also ready, but I'm gonna go ahead and drain the noodles first, and then I'll go ahead and drain the meat. I've already seasoned the meat, even though I haven't drained it yet, because I needed to get that meat seasoned while it was still uncooked, because it's really hard to season it after it's cooked already. So we'll go ahead, get these noodles drained, and then we'll get our meat drained and we'll get it sauced. And I'm also going to add a little bit of the juice from the meat to the noodles so that the noodles don't dry out while we're waiting on everything to come together and cook. We'll go ahead and just turn on a little cold water, because this is very, very hot boiling water that I'm going to be draining out. So.
Some good looking broth there.
I know. Here's a little bit of my broth from my lamb. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the noodle. And that'll keep the noodles nice and loose and tender while we wait.
I see what you're doing because I remember when I was younger seeing my mom put a stick of butter, in the noodles. And so instead of butter, you're putting a little bit of lamb
natural
oil in there.
So a lot of people add oil to their noodles, a little bit of butter, a little just dash of olive oil or something just to keep the noodles loose because they will dry out and get hard. So I just, usually I have ground turkey or ground lamb, and I just use a little bit of this natural oil, I guess, you know, broth, liquid from the meat to keep it loose instead of adding another oil. So
sounds good. Anytime you can eliminate butter or salt or anything like that.
And it's just a good natural fat that we've raised ourselves. So I try to make use of it. Sometimes I will even put that in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer for when I'm making a broth or a gravy or something like that. I will actually save that because it's a good fat. It's also mixed with kind of like the juice from the meat. So it's not just fully fat either. You've got a lot of other really good stuff in there. Flavorful stuff in there.
Right.
Go ahead and get this covered. Look how good that looks. I like that. Get this covered. And I moved this to the back eye because this eye was still hot. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get my broccoli going here. I'm gonna use a few scissors before I have it spilled all over the kitchen.
Yeah, I just bite it and open it. Gnaw on it a couple times. Come right over. All right, so what's next?
I'm going to put just a little bit of garlic, salt, and water in with this broccoli. Then I'm going to add some spaghetti sauce to the lamb and get that back going.
Show me what that is again.
This is garlic salt, so it's just garlic and salt. And then I'll need maybe about 1/8 cup of water. Sometimes I have to add more, depending on how hot and how high I'm cooking it, just so that it doesn't stick. You actually don't have to use oil. You can use oil, but you can just use a little bit of water with your vegetables when you're cooking.
Help them steam a little bit too.
Yeah, exactly. That on low. Get that going. So that should be good. And now I'm gonna grab my spaghetti sauce and get the lambghetti going.
And soon we'll be making our own spaghetti sauce because we'll have a garden full of tomatoes.
That's right.
Once we can get all of our meat producing and on a good schedule, and we keep deep freezers full of meat, and we have enough to give to those in need, then we can start canning and growing vegetables.
We can move on to vegetables.
That's good. Looks so moist.
Lamb is such a tender, delicious meat. It really is. So juicy and flavorful.
And our ground lamb is super juicy and flavorful because we don't get any other cuts of lamb made. Like we don't get lamb chops, we don't get the leg of lamb, we don't get lamb steaks or anything like that. So all of those like high quality premium cuts of meat. We ground into ground meat because that's mainly what we use for most of our meals is ground meat. And so we kind of like, you know, we have kids and they're not interested in a lamb steak or a lamb chop or a leg of lamb.
Roasted leg of lamb.
Right. So they're more interested in spaghetti, and that's how you can get them to eat it, and it's a successful meal.
So good.
Oh yeah, look at
like
that.
This on top of those noodles. Come on now.
Yeah. So we have all of the premium cuts within our ground lamb, and so it's not as lean as usual, where it'll just be off cuts, but it's like the premium cuts made into the ground lamb. Because you think about like the ground beef,
right?
And it's like a high quality of ground beef is like a little bit of fat added with the meat, like a certain percentage. And so we take the whole lamb and ground it into ground lamb.
So this is good to go. I'm gonna add a few seasonings. I think I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning in here and just let it simmer on low. And then I might kick up the broccoli a little bit, but just kick up the heat. But I'm going to cook this broccoli until it's tender. And so about the time the broccoli is ready, we'll be ready to eat. This will just kind of be simmering, but you know, it's pretty much done now.
What you got right there?
Italian seasoning. I'm gonna add just a little bit of Italian seasoning here.
Those good spaghetti Italian vibes going.
That's right. Because you can take this in so many different directions with some of the same ingredients. I literally will make chili with my ground meat, and but instead of adding like a lot of Italian seasoning, I add chili powder, a lot of chili powder, and that kind of takes the same meat and sauce to a different place by just adding chili instead of Italian seasoning, chili powder.
You make me strong, pretty little thing. You're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Ordering a cup of love, feel it rising up and above.
Alright y'all, I'm going to take y'all through everything that we have going here because we're almost at that point where everything is cooked. So I've already got my noodles back here cooked and ready to go with a little bit of broth from the lamb, keeping that nice and soft and tender. Then I've got my broccoli here. I just put it on, so you see that the water at the bottom is starting to bubble, boil, and steam, creating a steam that's going to cook the broccoli. We actually didn't have to use any butter or oil here. And now, the star of the show. I've got my ground lamb in spaghetti sauce. And this is really beautiful to me, to be raising our own meat, eating our own meat, and taking it all the way through the process. We know exactly where this meat has come from. We have prayed over it, labored over it, and we are fulfilling the calling that the Lord has given us on our lives to raise food and have food, not just for our family, but to give others. So it's a beautiful thing to be at this point where we can literally be eating the fruit of our labor. We can literally be taking in something that we've labored over for months and years, and now it's producing something that's giving us life, literally giving us life on a day-to-day basis. So I just am so grateful to the Lord for giving us this vision, and then to be able to operate in it, to flow in it. It brings me joy to cook meals with our own food, and the taste is phenomenal. It is really, really good, and I think it does taste good. It does taste better than store-bought food, but then there's an element there of when you raise something with your own hands and you make the bread, you knead the bread with your own hands. When you do the farm chores every day and you raise the meat, it's a connection that you have to it that makes it taste better, that makes it all the more worthwhile. So eating this is an experience. It's not just, oh, there's some food, but it's like we are doing what the Lord has called us to do, and He is sustaining us with the efforts that we're putting out. And it smells. As I had this open for so long, the smells were just hitting me in the face. It smells so good. So, y'all, I cannot wait to enjoy this meal, but I want y'all to enjoy some sneak peek footage. So I'm going to count y'all down.
Come on, Benjamin. Benjamin, come on and count them up.
Oh, yeah.
Slash down. Come on, Benjamin. They don't believe you can count to 5. Benjamin. Boys, y'all come on in here and let's count them up. Slash count them down. That way we can get him in here. He's back there with the boys. Got the bachelor pad back there. Watching Little House on the Prairie. High five.
Lindo's in there picking cartoons.
Oh yeah. High five. What cartoon did you pick, no?
Gigantosaurus.
There you go. Tim. Alright, Benjamin. You gonna pick him up?
Come on, buddy. Come on. Want to count down?
Benjamin say, what's going on? I don't trust this.
He was high-fiving me. High five.
Alright, y'all can go over there with mama.
High five. All right, you ready for this, Benjamin? We're going to count up.
Do a practice run first.
Okay, Benjamin, you ready? What number is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You not going to say it?
You ready?
You ready?
Because I'm going to save it for the real thing.
Okay. All right. So, here we go. We're counting y'all down for this sneak peek. Or counting y'all up.
Tell them the reason why.
We're counting y'all up because Benjamin is soaking in everything. And he loves watching the I.A.G episode trailers, the bonus footage, all of our videos. So, he was learning how to count from 5 to 1. And we want him to learn how to count from 1 to 5 first. So, we're going to count y'all up for Benjamin from 1 to 5.
All right, so, Benjamin, you ready? Don't you feel so special? We done changed the whole system of I.A.G sneak peeks episode trailers for you.
All right, so we're gonna count y'all up for this sneak peek in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You did it.
All right, y'all enjoy this sneak peek, this episode trailer, and we'll see y'all early in the morning at 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time for the full-length version. And hopefully y'all enjoyed this bonus footage. It's an amazing thing to be able to, we have so much footage. We have so much, just so many stories to tell that it's almost impossible to like tell the stories if we don't put out videos every single day. And so we end up putting out, I think 1 month we put out 27 videos in 31 days. And we've put out 31 videos in 31 days before and even more. But with that being said, y'all enjoy this sneak peek. And we'll see y'all in the morning. Benjamin.
Say bye-bye.
Y'all go count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was doing his hand like this.
And then at the end he does 5.
All right, y'all enjoy.
Yep.
And so the question is, would it have been better for us to purchase a brand new mobile home, or cheaper at least, more cost effective, for us to purchase a brand new mobile home off the lot, or for us to go the route that we did? A brand new mobile home off the lot would have been around single wide $100,000, $150,000, and that's just sticker price. That's not even including the 15-year mortgage and the interest that you were gonna pay. And so what we did this whole project up to this point. We still have a lot to do, but those are extras. Like at this point,
cherries on top.
Right, this is what you have. Like you have a mobile home that's there. You know what I'm saying? And for our price, we did it for around $70,000. I know that sounds crazy to a lot of you all because you've seen how much work we put in. But like I said, most of what we've done has been sweat equity that we've sown into this house and sown into this property. So
including faith muscles, y'all.
Faith muscles, that's right.
Faith muscles and these physical muscles right here. That's what it did.
That's right.
Just to show you what the price breakdown is there, we spent about $3,855.85 to replace all 7 windows, the back door, and to turn this window into a patio door. We have made literally all things new, like every plug, the light fixture, the trim around the windows, all of it. I don't think there's one single thing that we haven't replaced from before. So that was worth it for us, not to have Tim have to go and haul everything off or even try to sell or scrap the metal. It was worth it for us just to get rid of it and do it efficiently and quickly so he could save his energy and move on with the project.
And we were just praying about it, and the Lord came to me in that dream. The master carpenter, Jesus, came to me in a dream, and there was a crowd of people out here watching, which I know now is you all. And Jesus, he came in a whirlwind. It was almost like a tornado, and he popped up. He showed up in the whirlwind, and he came down, and he literally, like in that dream, walked around the house with me and kind of showed me stuff. And he said, the siding is going to be done. The roof is going to be done. The porch is going to be done. Like all these things are going to be done.